Good morning, good morning. We'll give the chat a couple minutes to fill up, see what happens. Should just put a fish tank in front of it. Kapow. Alright, maybe I should have set this one up a little bit earlier, huh? Alright. Well, yeah, 0 people watching. It makes sense. I guess YouTube did a little restructuring of their format here. There's a few things different going on. Neil McKenzie, channel member, too early for you. Yeah, man. Yeah, you're like the second, third shifter though. I guess. Yeah, I could totally understand that. Yeah, it does happen. We'll throw some stuff out here. Where yeah, today's EDC for our fixed blade. Of course, we're carrying the Phobos Knives Calcula, PVD coated S35 VN steel, red G10 liners with carbon fiber scales is our EDC for today for the fixed blade. Yeah, Neil, I know. Yeah, early isn't the best, man. I guess if you're into the early thing, you are. If not, you're not. Yeah, I'm usually up like 4 a.m. on average, 4:30, 3:30. Sleeping in's kind of like 5:30 sometimes it seems, but it is what it is. Can't complain. Yeah, I know B&A was up in here early. Yeah, he's probably heading off to work. I figured yeah, I've been sitting around doing nothing since about, geez, man, I don't know, 3:30 is when I got up today. So, yeah, I figured I would, do a live, see what's going on. Marolius? I'm new here. What are we doing in this live? Hey, it's just a good morning social, a little meet and greet, trying to build the channel, busting out some EDC. Oh, yeah, for work, you're usually up at 6:15, Neil. I got you. I got you. We're also carrying the Exotac fire sleeve, just waterproof container here for your big lighter. Keeps it dry, keeps it functioning, keeps it nice and floaty as well. That is what we're carrying for that. Yeah, Neil, you put in some hours though. Don't you work like long shifts, like 10-hour, 12-hour shifts or something? Or a lot of overtime. I know you're usually working a lot. But yeah, we get into a lot of bushcraft survival gear, stuff like that. Deneen sent marshmallow. Good morning, Deneen. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. How are things up your way? I think it's equally as cold here. It was a whopping 16 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. So yeah, how are things up your way? Always a pleasure to see you, Deneen. For our folder, we are carrying the Spyderco Sage 5 CF as usual. Been pocketing this one for over a year now. Gifted to me by a friend, but absolutely love it. Sweet, sweet knife disappears into the pocket. Yeah, oh yeah, Deneen, for you, you're up late. Yeah, I'm totally with you. How are things? Always a pleasure to see you. Yeah, things are going well. Hey, who wants to complain? Then again, who wants to listen to people complain? Hey, yeah, life is good, respectively healthy. Things are going well with Mrs. Bushcraft. All the kids are healthy. College, employed, all that good stuff. Trish, good morning. Mo Patty EDC, always a pleasure to see you. So, yeah, still carrying the Sage 5 CF. 8 hours a day on the dock, 16 plus man hours. 8 hours a day on the clock, 16 plus man hours. Oh, I got you. Yeah, working the double time there. I got you, Neil. Yeah, and good times were had by all. Trish, how are you doing? It's been a minute. Yeah, I was trying to work out that Spyderco if you still have it, but yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on that one for now, unfortunately. Yeah, I was thinking about Miss Bushcraft for Christmas or something. It's her favorite color, purple. But oh, Trish, you getting up for work? Yeah, tis the season, right? Well, for our multi tool, we are carrying the Leatherman Sage. Yeah, well, it's. I'm still awake. Where's the coffee? Coffee, coffee, coffee. Any other coffee drinkers in here? What's everybody drinking this morning? The Leatherman Wave Plus and the black oxide finish. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no rest for the wicked. Yeah, Trish, I got it pretty easy these days. Back in my skydiving days, I would work 7 days a week, and I would do that for like 5, 6 months straight, somewhere's around there, 5.5 months. And yeah, yes, I would work from sunrise well past sunset. Yeah, would be all day in the hangar, packing parachutes, jumping. And then when sunset finally came around, we tied down the plane. The day was over for most people. I got a whole other list of work to do with maintaining the airworthiness on the rigs. It seems like almost, some of the busier places, there's daily repairs, sometimes hours and hours going on. Oh, Zonk out. It should have been, I don't know. It should have been marked Fragile. Most definitely. It's such a classic, but yeah. I did that for two companies I worked for, not doing it for this one. Yeah, I agree with you, Trish. It's I don't know. For me, it was different. I guess being passionate about what you do for a living is such a massive game changer. Just in your day to day, like you think that it was working 7 days a week is exhausting, but it's way less of a hassle when you're having fun, when you're loving what you do. Fragile, a Christmas story. Yeah, Lori, actually, yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft bought this for us. Um, yeah, that leg lamp has been a huge hit. Everybody loves it. We're also little EDC flashlight here. The Streamlight Pro Tac, it takes one AAA, and you throw the lithium batteries in here, those Energizer lithiums, and it weighs virtually nothing. We're still rocking that. That is our pretty basic EDC. And of course, we got the key set. That's exactly what. Chris, no, sorry, no Diddy here. Wow, there's what a bunch of tool. We still get that tool collection going on here. By tool collection, I don't mean like wrenches and screwdrivers. I mean like the tools in the comment section about the. Yeah, it does have a strobe feature, or some of us like to call it a quick epilepsy test. Yeah, it's got a strobe feature, but kind of not all that big of a deal. And then of course, yeah, we carry some keys. I've got a P51 can opener on here. Probably the best piece of kit you're ever gonna get for 50 cents. No kidding. Little night eyes. Little doodad here, bottle opener type. Little mini pry bar. We've got a nano micro stream streamlight here. Does it still work? Nope, the battery's finally crapped out on it. So that's one of the things I don't like about these little ones. Yeah, the batteries are hard to find. I use something a little bit more rechargeable, some basic keys, little night eyes hook system there. And that's all I carry on there. Other than that, I got my watch and my wallet. So yeah, how's everybody doing this morning? Everybody getting in the coffee? Yeah, I don't know if anybody else noticed, but YouTube most definitely changed around the way they're doing things. The system here, it's kind of different. But hey, all is well, right? So what's everybody got planned today? I know some people going to work. How's the holiday shopping? Everybody done their shopping? Any last minute shoppers here? I know We got out a bit last night, did a little bit. Yeah, what else have we got going on? Hoggy, welcome to the chat, my man. How are you? Of course, Hoggy, whenever you stop by, no, not all the time, but I definitely don't have a frame out today. Yeah, I've got a. Hopefully, after the holidays, I'm going to revamp my system here. I'll have a little bit more access to everything. But yeah, Hoggy, how are you doing, man? Early Merry Christmas to you. We're getting in the spirit early here. We're only a couple weeks away from the big Christmas treat coming up. Yeah, 'tis the season to go broke for sure. Yeah, Neil, it's always baffled me. I know some people they go in debt over it. They spend the first quarter of the following year just trying to get caught up on credit cards and things like that. I personally I try to keep it in check. You shouldn't go broke. It should be more about friends and family, things like that. Yeah, that's awesome. Hoggy's doing well. Yeah, Merry Christmas to you and all. Yeah, 'tis the season. I think it really fires up with Thanksgiving. I've completely given up on Black Friday. Seems like they're scamming more than not. You find so many places like right before Black Friday they jack their prices up, and then they turn around and give you some crappy percentage off now that doesn't even compensate for the inflation. Or if they keep the same price, it's just not the thing that it used to be, and that they've taken such advantage over it. Um, they Yeah, I started noticing Black Friday sales started like 3 weeks prior to Black Friday. And then they follow up the Black Friday with the Cyber Monday. And oh, Black Friday was such a banger, we're extending it. Yeah, it really has turned into a lot of capitalist, spend some more money kind of trash going on. But I don't know. I still, yeah, it's all about friends and family. And yeah, the dark side to the skydiving lifestyle is you spend a lot of time away from home, a lot of time away from friends and family. I've spent a few Christmases, kicking back some cold ones in the hangar with the airplane. Just there was nothing else going on where I was at, and just couldn't get the time off to go home. A lot of places we still work Christmas Day. Yeah, Merry Happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Yeah, it seems like we're right on. Yeah, Neil hit the nail right on the head with that one. But yeah, so for me, I just tell everybody, hey, you don't have to do anything. Just come and hang out, and we'll talk about how great your year was. But yeah, we're drinking the coffee this morning. The choice of champions. Yeah, holidays have become such a commercial events anymore. Yeah, Hoggy, that's the crazy thing about it. It really has. Everything's been commercialized. Everything's about, like spend your money on this. Like, I don't think there's really a month off that you really get a break. There's always something going on. There's some type of holiday telling you to spend your money, Halloween, Thanksgiving, New Year's, Valentine's Day. Yeah, you name it. And it's all been commercialized. I know a lot of it has a religious background, but it's just been turned into just craziness. At what point did somebody decide, hey, we'll have a bunny that lays eggs, and we'll market that to people, and we'll sell them a whole bunch of junk. Um, but yeah, they've become completely commercialized, and we try to get away from that. At least I do. Like I was saying, I tell everybody, hey, you don't have to get anything. Just show up, have fun. And that's what it's all about. Try working in retail for over 37 years. Neil, man, I can't. I did do some retail, but not standard retail stuff. Like I can relate, but not entirely. Part of my job as a parachute rigger was selling people gear, believe it or not, and I would sell people gear, and but I think that when you have something that's such a tight, small niche, like skydiving, it's not difficult to sell people stuff that they want. Um, New House Lock and Key, good morning, my man. How are you? Yo, on my way into work, saw you were live and wanted to stop in and show some love. Well, thanks for showing some love, New House. Send some love right back at you, man. Be careful out there on the roads. I know up where you're at, they get a little icy, things get a little dicey. And yeah, be careful out there, my man. Hopefully you have an awesome day. And yeah, make some of that, well, rapidly deflating money. Um, yeah, 25 and a half years in grocery retail. I hear you, Neil. Yeah, I occasionally I would get customers that, they're usually the less experienced crowd. I don't discriminate with the age because I've dealt with people that were, 18 and 50. And sometimes they just think they know better. The nice part about selling people skydiving gear is if I don't want to, I don't have to. Don't have to give you too much of a reason either. Fishy fingers, good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. Good to see you. All right, Trish, have an awesome day. Don't work too hard. Yeah, I'll most definitely see you on Sunday. And yeah, have a great weekend. We'll see you sooner than later, I'm sure. Yeah. Is that what you're still doing, Neil? Yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft, she's a manager at a grocery store. And wow, yeah, some of the stuff she deals with, I'm like, come on, really? Couldn't you just leave that at work? But yeah, I guess I don't. I'd like to know who started that. The customer's always right crap, because that's not the case. Sometimes the customer is absolutely wrong. Not every customer knows what they're talking about. Um, some customers are just stupid. Like, you can't get around that. It's the cold hard truth. Now the customer is not always right, and there shouldn't be no 110% satisfaction guarantee. Before the grocery retail, I was 6 years in Uncle Sugar's Air Force. Right on. Yeah. Hey, Hoggy, man. Nothing wrong with that. In retrospect, maybe I should have gone into the Air Force. I would have had way more of a heads up. B&A's driving to the shop. Good morning. Hey, B&A, have you talked to Nick lately? I got something I got to send him, but man, okay, autocorrect makes us look stupid all the time, right? Well, apparently my new phone has auto delete. So like after I think it's a week, it automatically deletes messages and everything. So I didn't accidentally, this the smartphone, who's an idiot, deleted Nick's address. So here's not why stu. Yeah, exactly. Hoggy's got the autocorrect kicking in. I got the auto delete kicking in. I think we were better off with a pen and a pencil. Yeah, retail is a hateful, fickle mistress. It really is. You're not lying, Hoggy. You're spot on with that. It is it's kind of like the devil's tool. So yeah, retail is weird. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't get it. I do get it, but I just think that they brought it in such a direction that people are just rude and entitled, and um haven't heard from Nick in a few days, which is normal. Oh, okay, all right. Don't have his address. I'm sure I'll get in touch with him. Um, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have a way to get in touch with him. I don't like to try to get. I don't like to nag people. Hey, anybody out there married ever been nagged? So we don't. I think that's why men don't nag, is we get nagged so much. We're like, we could never do that to one another. So with me, it's like one message and done for the week. But yeah, I'm trying to get a package out to him. I'll sort it out. Thanks, Pat. Definitely appreciate it. Um, yeah, but yeah, the retail is weird. Even customer service, man. Like, we've had so many people come in to do a skydive, and you think if you're, it's like don't mess with the cook. You think if you're about to jump out of an airplane with some people, you're going to treat them well, but man, sometimes the entitlement and stuff like that. I've sent people packing, like, hey, you're not gonna, no, we're not taking you skydiving. Oh no, I'm here. You will take us. You will do as I tell you. No, no, I'll tell the girls at the front desk, issue a refund, send them packing. We're not dealing with their crap. Sometimes smart is contradiction. It is, man. It's like military intelligence, smartphone, huh? Kind of like another oxymoron. I'm starting to figure it out. Kit Kats, if I owed you $11, I would have paid you. But hey, I don't know anybody anything. I really don't. No Capital One cards, no American Express, no personal loans, no vehicle loans, no home loans, nothing like that. Um, if I owed you $11, I highly doubt it. Um, I live in a very debt free world, and that's probably the biggest stress relief I have in the world right now. It was worth a. It was, yeah, it was worth a shot. I'll give you that. But geez, I think the only person in this world I really owe anybody anything to is Mrs. Bushcraft. But hey, the Mrs. Yeah, she's just awesome. And I once again didn't clean my knife. It's relatively clean. I mean, it doesn't have to be spotless, right? Zoe the cat, good morning. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. It is yeah, I decided I'm gonna throw up I'm gonna throw up. Who comes up with these terminologies? I'm starting to sound like an idiot. I decided I would do an early morning chat, see how everybody's doing. Trying to increase my output on YouTube here. And I most definitely enjoy these morning socials. They are a good time. Um, Although it got really confusing. YouTube has changed around the way they do things now, which is a little bit weird. Yeah, the studio format thing for following along with these things has changed quite a bit. But yeah, Zoe, how are you doing this morning? How's life treating you? You got to admit those Capital One Viking commercials. Oh yeah, yeah, the commercials are great. And who's that? Oh, commercials can be funny. Ironically, though, it never really makes me want to buy anything. The last time, it wasn't even your standard commercial. It took a whole infomercial to get me to buy stuff, and that was the rotisserie machine. There, set it and forget it. You could like rotisserie chickens at home. I thought that was the coolest thing since sliced bread. I bought like six of them, and I had a special closet back then where I just kept random presents. I would just buy stuff thinking that will be a good present for somebody. And that way, there, when the last minute thing came up, I never had to run out and buy something. I could just, open the door and be like, oh, this is the perfect gift for this occasion. I recommend everybody do that. Just have some random gifts sitting around that you can give some people. If there's a last minute anniversary or birthday party. I mean, don't go to like a 4-year-old with a rotisserie chicken cooker. The set it and forget it thing. But yeah, have some variety in there for friends and family. Oh, Zoe, the leg lamp is the bomb. Mrs. Bushcraft, she got that debt free for everything. Yeah, yeah, exactly, Richard. Yeah, if you can get debt free, wow, it's a completely different world to live in. Just the amount of money you save on interest allows you to do so many other things. Hick Sinnock has been demonetized and he doesn't know why. Yeah, yeah, YouTube's been beating up the demonetization thing lately. I've run across more than a few channels that have been demonetized, and they never really explain to you why. They just keep you guessing. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I wish I had some answers for that. Ronco had done very cool stuff in infomercials. Yeah, yeah, infomercials are great. Whoever came up with the infomercial, yeah, they're legendary rock stars in my opinion. The infomercials are the bomb diggity. Like, did you ever feel yourself wanting to be an infomercial star? I think they're a little bit more legit than Hollywood. But yeah, hey, but wait, there's more. If you order now, like you can't go wrong with that. Gons EDC, what's happening? Good morning, brother. How are you doing? Hey, did you get your package yet? It was shipped out a while ago. Um, yeah, hopefully you got it. YouTube just ran a commercial. Yeah, YouTube runs commercials on everything, and then they're um oh, Richard for with the $5 super chat. Thank you very much, man. We definitely appreciate it. Yeah, every bit helps out the channel, and yeah, we're working harder to build the channel to some at least we're gonna hit the minimum quality here. Um okay, yeah, all right, Gons. Yeah, hey, shoot me an email when you get it just to make sure. I like yeah, I had one I sent out. It was going from New Hampshire to New Jersey, and it took 2.5 weeks to get there. And at the 2 week point, I'm like, well, it must have been lost or something. So I sent out a second one, and then yeah, he ended up getting both of them. So yeah, remember Ron? Oh yeah, yeah, the Ronco spray on hair, man. Oh, that one hits a soft spot. Like, yeah, going to a family reunion, at least on my father's side, is like a convention for the hair club for men. Um, yeah, yeah, that was quite the talked about one. Is the spray on hair? How could you go wrong with that? That doesn't look goofy at all. Great info on reality on debt. It is, man. I used to, wow, up until I was like 32, I played that game. The credit card stress, the taking out the car loans, loan for this, loan for that. And it was a guy that was retired young. He retired at like 50 years old. He was a recreational skydiver, and he talked to me about it. And he said, "Look, this is what you do, man." He goes, "Take a day and go back and to get like the last 2 years worth of your credit card statements, all the loans you have, and everything." He goes, "Just compile the interest, write down all the interest, and add it all up." And he goes, when you see that number, that's the amount of money that you're just giving away, you're throwing away. And think of what you could do with that. So do whatever you can do to get out of debt and stay out of debt. And man, I did that, and it was well some of the best advice I ever got in my life. Um, yeah, B&A rocks the pocket fisherman. Dude, that thing is that's a classic though. Yeah, I've been recently looking into like hobo reels and pocket fishing kits and all that stuff, and that's when they came up. And some of the original ones, they are like they're selling for bank. They're like collectibles now. The pocket fisherman thing. Yeah, I remember my grandfather had a couple of those back in the day. He was like showing them off. I'm like, what are you gonna do with that? Come on now, really? Um, yeah, oh yeah, Flowbee the vacuum powered hair cutter. That is priceless. That is yeah, man. Or the ShamWow. Um which isn't that just like a microfiber? I think everybody's got that stuff now. The ShamWow, man. Love the infomercials. Any I don't even know if it exists. I haven't had cable in wow, probably in decades now. But the QVC up all night knife show, where they showed you like, for you would get like 150 knives, you'd get 20 of these and 20 of those, and these are a special catch, so you're only getting 10 of those, and so on and so forth. And then it's all yours for 4 easy payments of 29.99. But wait, there's more, and then they throw down like some samurai sword, like made out of recycled aluminum cans, or the Forever Bowie. Um, oh yeah, KTEL Records. They're still around in the wee early mornings. Yeah, I would they're worth watching. I think there's like even QVC on YouTube now. Yeah, the sham wow. And that's the stuff you gotta like order. You gotta like that's what you order and you put it aside for like random presents for friends and family. Because everybody's watched that. Everybody's watched an infomercial and kind of like, come on, who's really ordering this shit? Um but yeah, that makes some of the good. And don't go to the what is it? The as seen on TV store. It's just not the same as ordering it. Oh yeah, the scam wow. I don't know. I didn't order that one. I don't know if it actually worked or not. Just for kicks. Good morning, sunshines. How you doing? It is a beautiful day here. It's a whopping 16 degrees in New Hampshire. And to hell with that. We need to fight the cold and plant some palm trees. Because I noticed that when I was in Florida, it's always warm, and there was always a surplus of palm trees. Plenty of palm trees down there, warm weather. Notice the difference. So New Hampshire needs to, stop with the white mountain thing, plant some palm trees. We'll be fine. Like forget the white birch. The white birch is New Hampshire's state tree. We really need to adopt a palm tree or something. Yeah, Foss Cutlery is the all night show. Yeah, operators are standing by to take your order. But wait, there's more. If you order now, oh, we're gonna throw in free shipping. That's what we're gonna do. You don't hear that one anymore too often though. That's a thing of the past. Um, yeah. So what's everybody got planned today? Anybody got anything good planned for this weekend? We will be live again tonight. We're still doing our Phobos Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're definitely rocking that out. But yeah, I got to start doing more of these morning things. They're a lot of fun, but I'm trying to keep it somewhat consolidated. Oh, I didn't know you were in New Hampshire. I lived there too. I lived in Darien, Salem. Oh yeah, yeah. Not well. I don't know when you lived there. Yeah, Darien, Salem's pretty decent areas. Um, cheap. Oh yeah, chia. Oh, you gotta love the bald guy. The bald guy that grew the big head of hair. Oh, he gave all of us some hope. Like, oh, maybe I could just get that for myself. Your favorite, your favorite fish. Ooh, I want that thing. Ooh, my current EDC, my folder is this, the Spyderco Sage 5 CF Kapow, which I've been playing with here. Well, we'll start left to right. Of course, I got my keys. I've got a. I just found out that my little Streamlight here, the battery is completely dead on it. So yeah, I got to fix that. I've got a Night Eyes little bottle opener, wrenchy type doodad thing on there. The legendary P51 can opener, which you will never get a better piece of kit in your life for like 50 cents. A couple of keys, a little Night Eyes beaner there. We've got the Exotac fire sleeve, which carries one Bic lighter, for all your flaming needs. Keeps it dry, waterproof, and floatable. We just went over the Spyderco. Then we've got the Leatherman Wave Plus, Kapow handy dandy. I'm definitely a fan of the Leatherman tools. And then a Streamlight ProTac 1 AAA flashlight. And then for my fixed blade, it is the Phobos Knives Calcula in CPMS 35VN steel PVD coated with red G10 liners and carbon fiber scales. Oh yeah, the prestigious award, the legendary leg lamp from A Christmas Story. It's Italian from Fragile. Yeah, that was. I had one of my lights go out, and I only had one side with lights, so we were getting like major shadowing. So I asked the missus to. She was going out doing some shopping and stuff, and I asked her to take a look at lamps, so so I can fix my lighting situation. And that's what she came back with. Like you can't ask for better than that. What a crazy but loving woman. Um. Oh yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, oh, it's been loads of laughs. I've had it for like just I think they got it like around Black Friday ish or something. And oh yeah, it's been a great topic of discussion here on the channel. Just good times ahead by all. Oh yeah, solid loadout. Yeah, but yeah, we can't take those out on lives. Yeah, I try to keep the channel pew pew free because I just don't feel like dealing with the headaches. And yeah, it's a whole new list of rules and regulations and everything you got to follow here on YouTube. And I have a hard enough time following the basic ones, so we're just gonna. But my choice for a EDC Pew Pew is the Beretta 84 FS. It's got a double stack mag, so it carries 13 plus one. Nice mid size frame. I do like a full steel frame. Not into the polymer frames and stuff. So, but yeah, for an EDC, it's a mid size frame. I'm like a mid size guy, so it fits pretty good. Hey, well, hey, to each their own. Yeah, F guns. Well, yeah, entirely up to you, my man. But um, yeah, I guess. Hey, exercise your First Amendment right, though, but tell us to forget our Second Amendment. Um, yeah, for Thanksgiving we had Italian turkey. You know how to tell if it's an Italian turkey? It says gobble goo. 9 millimeter Beretta makes quality stuff in my experience. Oh, yeah, oh yeah, I like the 92 FS as well, but the 84 FS is actually a 380 ACP. It's kind of like the middle brother to the 92 FS. Kind of like, oh, what are the little Bobcats or something, the 25 32s that they have, that are like subcompact. The 84 FS would be like, yeah, you've got like the 25 and the 32, that small subcompact frame, and with the 92 FS being a full size frame, but the 84 FS, sweet spot right in the middle. Um, Second Amendment written for muskets, not RPG. Yeah, yeah, we get it. Yeah, we get it. You're gonna come in here and cause some chaos with your anti-firearms, anti-Second Amendment rhetoric and stuff like that. I don't care, dude. Exercise your First Amendment. I do. But yeah, nobody's talking about RPGs there, knucklehead. So yeah, you went way off the mark. Nobody's trying to buy an RPG. And if it wasn't for like all the tools in the country, like, and I don't mean wrenches and screwdrivers, I mean idiots, morons, and stuff like that. The like rampant crime that goes on, people wouldn't care as much about the Second Amendment. But too long, buddy. Neil, that's something you should remedy. If have you at least had one in hand to see if you like them? They've been my favorite now for well over 30 years. Private citizens has access to entire warships and cannons when the Second Amendment was written. Yeah, yeah, they did, and no place in the Second Amendment did it say it was for just hunting and stuff like that. So it has very specific reasons, and yeah, I think that's why our country's not getting overrun as quickly as others is because we do have our Second Amendment, and I thoroughly stand by that 110%. um, yeah, we get it. He makes with the chuckleheads now. Funny, ha ha ha. Ha. Beretta high power, need one. Or you mean the Browning high power, Neil? Browning makes the high power. Yeah, that's a 9 millimeter. I think they have it in something else as well. Like, yeah, I like the Browning high power as well. That's a sweet little pistol. I had one years ago. I ended up selling it though. I was getting to the point like, oh, what am I gonna do with all of these? Oh yeah, yeah, right on, Neil. Yeah, I knew what you were getting at. Yeah, I'm not as up to par on those things as I used to be. I used to be like an avid shooter, but yeah, not so much anymore. Oh yeah, thanks. You have a blessed day as well, and you stay safe out there. And I hope all your Christmas dreams come true. Um, the question about guns, you just have to ask the Chinese about Mao. Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. And I think that in the years to come, I think they're going to prove to be pretty useful in the United States. I have a feeling it's about to get nasty. Yeah, hey, speaking of nasty Somalians, yeah, it's nasty with the Somalians. So they're figuring they're roughly in the $8 billion mark now, for defrauding the U.S. taxpayers, or well, the government, which is taxpayers' money. But yeah, they've officially defrauded about $8 billion, between all types of different welfare programs. Like 88% of them are collecting some type of welfare. But Adam Hayes, fellas, ladies, good morning. Yeah, Adam, channel member, welcome to the chat. How are you doing this fine morning? Always a pleasure. That is great stuff. Yeah, like I said, guys, we'll still be doing the Friday night live tonight. I was sitting around for a couple hours this morning, and then I just decided, you know what? Yeah, Miss Bushcraft sleeping in. She's got today off, and I was gonna jump on a live. I was hoping, yeah, certain people would stop by, but we'll see on that. My hands are stuck between medium and large. The high power is a perfect fit. Yeah, yeah, Neil, that's kind of where I'm at with the Beretta. And in fact, I think if you like the Browning high power, if you don't mind a 380 ACP, you would thoroughly enjoy the Beretta 84 FS if you enjoy the high power. Um, yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's a great EDC carry. It's like more than enough to get the job done, but it's not like, pulling the draws down all day. Any experience with CZs? No, no, I don't have any experience with CZs. Zero zilch nada, actually. Well, thanks. We were talking about two immigrants are good for developed economies, but terrible for their own countries. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Um, yeah, I'm with you on that, Adam. There's a lot of talk about that too. If like, why aren't these people helping rebuild their own country? Instead they're coming here like, yeah, raise the standard in your own country rather than coming here and lowering the standard. That's it. Just make it make sense, guys. I don't know who's behind all that, but it's definitely a mess. But the Somalians are not at fault to abuse the system government. It's the guy. Oh yeah, yeah. I heard that crap too. Yeah, it's the government's fault for them taking advantage of the system. Yeah, rather than them knowing better. I think they knew what they were doing. Especially with Little Miss Ilhan Omar leading the way. Did you know like 49% of them are freaking inbred? Like, does it get any crazier than that? Yeah, the statistics on that crowd is just something special. I carry a Ruger 300 LCP. Nice, nice, man. Have you traveled outside the United States? Yes, I have traveled outside the United States. I have traveled to England, South Korea, Canada, and Mexico, and that about sums it all up. Somalia is a great place. Ask those involved in the Black Hawk Down scenario. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Even now, like they're like, come look at the Somali lighthouse, and it's just rubble. It's a building in rubble. Like most of the place is destroyed. They don't have any solid government in place. It's all run by like little warlords and gang members, like stuff like that, whatever you want to call them. 0516 in the desert, back to bed. All right, hey Neil, have a good one, man. Thanks for stopping by. We always appreciate you, brother. Get some rest, and I'm sure I'll see you around someplace this weekend, probably tonight. But yeah, get some rest, man. Thanks for being here. Exactly. Say, hey, here is free money and a lot of cheap people. Well, and that's what it is. Like, talk about that. That's a great way to buy votes, too, isn't it? Hey, come here and live for free. We'll give you everything you need. Oh, but only if you vote for us, because if you vote for the evil other side, they're not gonna give you everything for nothing. So yeah, it's an interesting stuff, and they're using our own government against us, our voting system, everything like that. It's all getting out of control. I visited England before they were overrun. It was a beautiful country back then, with super polite culture. Yeah, yeah, Mr. FNH. I actually went to there in 1990, and wow, awesome, awesome place. I got to see Manchester, Liverpool, and Cheshire, and I had a great time there, and people were just awesome. And no doubt that the English people today are still awesome, probably a little bit stressed out with everything going on. But yeah, what I see on video and stuff in the news and everything now, that's not the same England that I saw back in 1990. And for many years, it was something that I wanted to do was go back to England to visit. Now I'm just not interested. Same thing with a lot of other European countries. You're not seeing what's really going on. All right, gotta yeah. All right, just for kicks. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one, man. Thanks for hanging out. Have an awesome day. Hopefully everything works out well for you. I was asking the countries you complained about immigrants coming from, like African countries. Did you see their issues? Yeah, they have nonstop issues. Yeah, in fact, what was it? Mr. Beast went in there and put up a bunch of wells, and less than a year later, 90% of them had been broken down and scrapped for metal and stuff like. Rather than thinking, hey, we need water. If anything, I think that like aid to those countries should be shut off, and the reason being is that people are just handed everything. They don't learn to fend for themselves. They're increasing their population, making their situation worse. Really just cut them off entirely, and they're gonna survive. They're gonna adapt and survive, or they're not. Like that's just the way things are. Their issues doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. It's their country. They should be sorting it out. Yeah, we're not. The United States is a country, not a charity, and I think that most people have mistaken it for that. That stuff has just got way out of control. Although I was robbed at knife point in England while we visited, they don't have a Second Amendment, and it definitely contributes to crime. Yeah. Not having a Second Amendment, geez, they can't even really carry a knife there. So yeah. When the criminals know that they can go up to anybody at any time, and there's not going to be any solid resistance from them, the criminals have the upper hand, and that's why the Second Amendment is good, is because if you've got a decent percentage of the population carrying some type of self defense weapon or whatever, criminals got to think twice. I think that's why crime rates are so high in places like New York City, where it's illegal to carry all that stuff. They know they're not gonna meet any solid resistance, so hey, why not, right? But if they know, yeah, they're going to be less likely to attack you if they know you're carrying something. Um, but yeah, it's definitely a game changer. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard because most countries aren't going to turn that around. Like I highly doubt England's going to say, you know what, we see how the math on this is working, so we're just going to 180 that now, and everybody can own. It doesn't matter what knife you own. You can own a zombie knife if you want to be one of the cool kids. But you can own a pew pew stuff like that and make it reasonable for people to get it. Sadly, criminals don't think twice. They shoot and take the $5 in your wallet. In Brazil, I think they shoot first. Yeah. What do you do for a living? I'm a steel MIG welder by trade. By trade, I am an FAA certificated master parachute rigger. Um, but which since then the events of 2020 and since have destroyed my career. So yeah, I'm kind of now I'm doing more YouTube than anything else. But yeah, by trade, I'm a professional skydiver, master parachute rigger. I jumped for 27 years from 93 until 2020. So I was getting around the time, I would say that jumping out of an airplane is meant more for the younger guys than the older guys. Once your reaction times start to slow down, things like that, yeah, it's time to think about doing something different. Would I go back to it? I don't know. I might do some rigging work on the side. But yeah, for the most part, I'm trying to take my life experiences and create some content on YouTube. So yeah, I guess as of now, I'm more of a YouTuber, man. I don't want to say an influencer, maybe a content creator. I'm not really sure with all of that, but Um, so yeah, yeah, I guess yeah, that's about it, huh? Yeah, so that's what I used to do for a living, or that's what my profession was, my career, my trade. I started jumping in the army, but quickly moved to the civilian world, and I did tons of stuff. That sounds incredible, man. I've never skydived before. I think it'd be an uplifting. It is, man. It is a rocking good time. Jumping out of perfectly good airplanes all day long is a solid way to live. There's it's just such a it's a wild roller coaster ride. Um, oh, you're welcome. Thanks for paying your taxes so they could pay us. Um, yeah, yeah, skydiving for a living, and it's a really good time. You meet people from all walks of life. Some people are there to conquer their fears. Other people, it just the list goes on and on. Why people jump out of airplanes, and it's never ending. It's always an upbeat. Well, I shouldn't say always. Sometimes accidents do happen. It can change the day a bit. But yeah, overall, it is just an amazing way to live life. Um, oh, Sarah Safari, you did skydiving 4 times. Yeah, I've jumped around 19,000 times. I got a little over 1,300 base jumps. Yeah, I hold multiple ratings on top of my FAA Master Parachute Riggers rating. I hold USPA, which is the United States Parachute Association, coaches ratings, as well as AFF Accelerated Free Fall Instructor ratings. I hold dual tandem ratings, one with Strong Enterprises and the other with United Parachute Technologies. So yeah, I've done it all. I spent about 7 years doing R&D and test jumping wingsuits. Yeah, that was my Monday through Thursday job for a while, was R&D and test jumping wingsuits, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I worked over at the drop zone, pitching drogues, doing tandems, teaching people how to skydive, just having a rocking good time. It's pretty sad when you work a solid 40-hour a week. I worked 4 10-hour days doing wingsuits, and then on my 3 days off, I went back to work for more. So yeah, I would work the weekends as well, doing different stuff. Um, oh, highest was 24K. Highest I ever jumped was two bong rips and a doobie. No, I'm just kidding. That's a horrible joke. Like it's a sky that people. How high have you jumped? Well, two bong rips and a doobie, man. We're keeping it fun, keeping it real. Grayson, hello, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Yeah, but everybody wants to hear, 30,000 feet, 32,000, 35,000 feet. No, sometimes it's a little more fun than that. Um, yeah, cannonball. Yeah, man, no, I'm not doing any cannonballs. I want to have a nice soft tiptoe landing. Those are the best. Either that, swoop, hook low, flare late, swoop it in for safety. Yeah, I guess that's a lot of skydiver terms if you don't know what it is. Just like, what is this guy talking about? We'll have to get some videos going. Oh, yeah, yeah, Bill Murray. Bill Murray, I don't know about that guy. Like, some of his movies are absolutely hysterical. Other movies are like he's overacting. I can't handle overacting, and I'm not sure. I think Bill Murray's on the level. I don't know. I don't know his. I'm trying not to know anybody's political standpoint anymore, because like the second I do, I'm like, oh, I can't watch that. Yeah, Caddyshack was pretty good. I'm not much of a television movie person. I guess my culture is very limited. I always grew up doing different stuff. I've done a lot, like a boatload of rock climbing, cycling, cross country. Yeah, I mentioned skydiving earlier. That's what I did for a career. But to decompress after 5 or 6 months of jumping out of airplanes, I would commute with the weather. So I worked in the Northeast, typically spring, summer, and fall, and then winters down in Florida. So I would do the snowbird commute. Um, and so I would ride my bike to work, And even when that meant riding from New York to Florida, I would do that, and then Florida back up in the spring. Um, do I still have a chute? No, I sold all my gear before it depreciated. I don't really, yeah, I don't have much of anything left from skydiving, to be honest. 2020 wiped out most of it. When we weren't allowed to go out and play, we had that 6 foot rule. Well, we couldn't do tandems because of the 6 foot rule, and that is the bread and butter of the jumping community. That's where we make our money. And with the inability to do that, I was subcontracted through a drop zone actually right down in Cape Cod. But well, and nobody was allowed to go out to play. Like a third of the drop zones in the country went out of business. There went my income, and because you're self-employed, I wasn't qualifying for anything. So I sold a lot of gear just to get by. Um, my smallest parachute was made by Performance Designs. It was a Velo Comp 74. They were smoking, and he kept making Chevy take a drink while saying "Cannonball." Yeah, priceless stuff. Yeah, but that was the smallest parachute I ever flew, and I was at like a 2.4 wing loading or so. You get your wing loading by combining your total exit weight into the square footage of your parachute, and that gives you your wing loading. The higher your wing loading, the more experienced you are, or the dumber. You know, that's entirely debatable. Like a student will start off at a wing loading of like 0.8. You know, was that a little snappy? How do you mean a little snappy? Like opening? No, it usually opened fine. Yeah, just getting caught up on something here. Yeah, so, but yeah, something I wouldn't advise. I think I was, somewhere around 12, 13 years, 14 years jumping before I started jumping sub 100s. What kind of music do I listen to? I don't, whatever they're playing, man. I have no, I have music that I don't listen to, and then everything else is just passive. I put no investment into any of that stuff really. Some of the best music I've ever heard was like just regular people playing like in the Ithaca Commons or something like that. I don't put any value into any of the alleged pro sports, the NFL, the NBA, the MLB, none of that. I put no value into any of these alleged rock stars that are just groomed and positioned and stuff like that. Um, yeah, to me, like mainstream sports, mainstream entertainment is a lot like mainstream media. Just tends to be full of crap, and yeah, I just don't get in any of that. I have over 600 vintage records. I love music. I don't watch TV either. Yeah, yeah. No, see the vintage records. That's back when they're doing music. Like people were creating music. Now they're creating like brainwashing tools. Like there's a reason why all a lot of music, modern music, sounds similar is because they found that sweet little rhythm that people like to listen to, and that's how they gain their popular. Much like if you have like the a recording from a womb of a heartbeat, it'll comfort an infant, like a young infant. They've done the same thing with modern music. They figured out ways to just it's all got that beat that people jam to. It's got that regular beat, and a lot. That's why so much of modern music sounds the same is because it literally is the same. But hey, yeah, yeah, kudos on that collection. 600 vintage records. That's cool. Yeah, I know my old man. He was not so much into the records, but he has quite the 8-track collection from back in the day. Because he's got some vintage cars, 60s cars and stuff like that. One of my favorites is like '64 Barracuda. Was just listening to Pink Floyd's The Wall album. Man, I had a friend that man, he passed away a few years ago from cancer. Gary Pond in Jumptown in Orange, Massachusetts. And man, I think I want to say it was either Friday or Saturday. He played Pink Floyd The Wall on the big screen with all the speakers going, man. Um, yeah, that's some wild stuff there. You can listen to that for a while. But yeah, what else have we got going on? Yeah, I think everybody's heading off to work. Can't go wrong with that though. So I'm getting closer. I'm actually oh wow, I'm like 18,000 views and some change now away from 1 million views total, which I'm excited. It was like crazy excited about. Like 1 million of anything is awesome, but to actually have like yeah, I know there's like Mr. Beast gets that in the first 10 minutes of the video. Well, you be Skippy. I'm not a creep either. Um, but yeah, that's some interesting stuff there. But yeah, we're getting closer. We're creeping up on like 6,000 subscribers too. I think 250 more or so to go, and we're in like Flynn. Yeah, but I've never been into a lot of that mainstream stuff. I've lost several of those Streamlights. I carry the Streamlight Wedge currently. I like that it's rechargeable. Yeah, I like rechargeable flashlights. They have their pros and their cons. I don't like the ones that are like it has like a dedicated battery, like you can't switch out the battery. Uh, Depending on how long you're out there and what you're doing, I don't want to sit down for 2 to 4 hours waiting for a battery to charge. I'd rather have a battery on standby I can swap out. And that's why I've got some stuff that from a Night Rider for mountain biking. And that turned me away from those dedicated battery things. Like yeah, an EDC light like that. If you're not using it very often, you remember to throw it on the charger once a week. You're golden. But yeah, I definitely need something you can change the battery on. Just it's a preference things, pros versus cons. You can get removable, rechargeable batteries, which is just that to me is as good as it gets. Yeah, you can carry spares. They're all rechargeable. You can charge them with a battery bank, solar charger, whatever you've got. Um, but yeah, man, I think I've given away more Streamlights than I've lost. Like these ones here, the Streamlight, the micro streams. Um, yeah, I've gone through a few of these and just yeah, kind of give them away. They're great flashlights for the money. Really, it doesn't get much better. Um, yeah, just like I've got the larger ProTac as well. There you go. Quick epilepsy test. Anyone? Um, yeah, I mean I keep a few spares for sure, but um, yeah, just getting caught up on the comments here, guys. So yeah, so what's everybody got planned for today? Anything exciting? Anybody getting outdoors? Anything planned for the weekend? I know once the cold weather kicks in, it's a game changer. Squat shot. Good morning, brother. How you doing? Yeah, Friday morning. How goes it with you? You must be working already, huh? Yeah, I had one of those another one of those mornings where I was just bored and decided to I sat around for 2 hours this morning. I'm like, I'll just do a live and see what happens. Have a quick social, see how it goes. But yeah, Leon, always good to see you, my man. Yeah, Leon, what are you carrying for a flashlight today? You must have one. Yeah, I know the video's lagging for quite a bit this morning. Oh, crap, 5 hours in already? Wow. Yeah, so what, you started about 2:30 or so, huh? Tiny tank. Nice, nice. Well, yeah, 5 hours. Hey, making bank early. Can't go wrong with that. Still rocking the Spider Co Sage 5 CF. I've been looking into folders, but I find it way less entertaining than I used to. I've got a cleaning at the dentist in a few hours, and I plan on doing some welding in my shop for myself today. No, yeah, it's always one of those rare occasions when you get to do your own work for yourself. Like you're a welder, you think you'd have it all, but no, man. Yeah, I used to have piles of gear I needed to fix. Everybody else's gear got fixed and packed and squared away, and mine was always last on the menu. Oh, every day at 2:30, nice. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, you gotta Leon. You doing a live tonight, or got anything planned for lives coming up? Yeah, it's kind of tough having a conversation once it starts lagging a bit. Um, yeah, yeah. Keeping it random. I try to keep some like my two scheduled ones, like Friday and Sunday morning. Friday nights at 8 and Sunday mornings at 7. But other than that, everything else is random. Like this morning is yeah. I have the two scheduled ones, and hopefully I'll start scheduling. I'll start posting some more long form content and stuff. Adam Hayes, channel member. What's happening? I have 1 week left until my school goes on Christmas break. You got to be excited, man. Yeah. Um, yeah, can't go wrong with the Christmas break. Uh, I think that some schools have gotten I think they give the Christmas break a little too long, though. Like for the amount of money that everybody's paying to go to school, you think they would try to capitalize on your education, but instead they try to it used to be like a week off for Christmas, then it went to like 7 to 10 days, then it was like 10 to 12 days, and 12 to 14 days, and some of these schools now it's like 3 weeks, and they're just yeah, they're shut down. Yeah, Adam, how long's your Christmas break? How many days total? Yeah, we're getting some serious lag here this morning. Well, as I can say, travel stress is up, I think. Yeah, 2 weeks. I guess that's not too bad. I know some of them are literally like in the 3 week range. Like they're already off, and yeah, they won't go back until like after the first. So yeah, they're like a solid 3 weeks or so. But yeah, I guess 2 weeks isn't too bad. Is it like carry over to New Year's, or how's that work out? Which I guess it's good. Maybe they shouldn't have colleges and universities going on for New Year's. I can only imagine how bad the parties would be. I mean, I've done some New Year's parties. I got receipts to prove I was there, and that's about all I got. Yeah, I did a New Year's in Vegas. Yeah, we won't get into that. Just donated 4 pairs of composite toe area at work boots. It's a good time of year to donate stuff you're not using. Oh, absolutely, man. I do that year round. Um, yeah, I don't need any holiday or rhyme or reason. I guess if I can help somebody out with something, I do. But yeah, you're definitely right. Hey, tis the season to be generous with your neighbors, friends, family, and just hey, some random strangers. Man, trail magic is a magical thing. It's legit. Um, But yeah, that's awesome. That yeah, it's great when you can help the community out. Yeah, I used to back in the day. I would I even actually donated some skydiving gear, like some of the younger skydivers, stuff like that. People working their way through. Yeah, I would donate gear, and throughout my bike touring, I would help out people as much as I possibly could. All right, hey, yeah, Adam, thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, we'll be live again tonight. We're still doing that. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, regular scheduled stuff. But yeah, man, thanks for hanging out. I'm probably gonna wrap this one up pretty soon. Anyhow, it's getting yeah, yeah. Leon's got to run too. We'll catch you later, brother. Yeah, switch to Carolina Steel Toe. What boot you wear? Um, well, I like Danners. Depends on what I'm doing. Like EDC is kind of like or everyday wear. More like Merrell's. They're kind of like a mid range. But for like outdoor use, Loa, a Solo. Yeah, quite a few actually. Yeah, I've been through quite a few shoots. Skydiving, I like Vans, man. They make the best rudders on the planet. Um, or Van style. But yeah, yeah, I think my favorite all around boot ever was the Danner Acadia. Man, I had like three pair of them that lasted forever. Yeah, Danner Acadias are probably my all around favorite. I'm currently looking into some new boots though. Like some Solomon boots. I like a lot of their stuff. Solomon's great. They fit great out of the box, but they don't wear quite as long as you think they would. Yeah, like right now for boots, I've got some of Solos. Is that what they are? Yeah. These are what I'm rocking. I guess boots aren't tabletop friendly, but yeah, these are what I rock. Like this style of boot. Because I used to do a lot of hiking, a lot of outdoor stuff. So, but yeah, sounds like a plan. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to have a quick random social. We kind of ran this one over an hour. We'll be back on tonight, Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks everybody for hanging out. I'm sure everybody's got to run, go to work, do all that good stuff. So I definitely appreciate you hanging out. But yeah, hey, if you're heading out there, have an awesome day. Be careful. Yeah, especially in the northern climates here, where you're dealing with all that black ice and stuff like that. Um, but yeah, yeah, nice chatting with you as well, man. It's I definitely that's why I do it. I love doing this. It's great coming on here, chatting with people, sharing some information. Whether it's on gear or current affairs, sometimes we get a little bit into that, but not too much. But yeah, we definitely appreciate you hanging out, and we will catch you guys on the next one. Everybody have an awesome day. Like I said, be safe out there. Stay alert. Stay alive. Keep your head on a swivel. Situational awareness matters more than you think it does. But yeah, I will talk to everybody again tonight. Everybody have an awesome day, and have a very merry, happy Christmas.